This video is brought to you by Minwax Wipe on Poly. Anyways, okay, so end of the month, and as you can see, I got my hands on the Minwax Wipe on Poly. This time, I've actually kind of went with the suggestion of a clear satin. So, with that said, here's what I got so far. I've reworked the neck some. I have the camera or the light on the Nexus cam so you can see the reflection of it. I've reworked the neck to give it also more of a kind of relict kind of war look. I've also done the headstock a bit more. Again, it's not perfect, but you know, it's not like I'd be trying to sell this guitar for $1,000 or something. Excuse my mess. I really don't want to move the neck because I really don't want to move the neck because I just put a coat of wipe on poly. So I'm just doing this kind of show people what it looks like right now. And I'm trying to carefully do poly again and try to do it a little bit better. I gave the majority of this stuff I've been doing 1,500 wet dry wet sands to kind of get everything more refined. So here's what I've got so far on the body after I just gave it all again a wet sand with some 1,500 grit. And so this is just a new fresh coat of wipe on poly, but I've already gone over the two areas that I'm showing on the body so far with two fine coats as it is. So again, I'll work from the top. Try to give you a good idea on how the body's coming out here a bit more. I've also on the sides here given it a bit more of a relict kind of look as well too. I have a few rough spots like around here and that, but again, this isn't necessarily a refinish for perfection, but it is a generalized refinish to try to get rid of the crappy gooped paint that was on it. And you can actually see how the grain is actually coming through pretty nicely now. Thanks again to the antique oil underlaying has brought out the little bit of figure in the bass wood, or again, as some of the tone idiots say, ass wood being no good. Again, you can see, don't mind my shaking. I've left the cavities pretty much straight up. And again, I've tried to keep the integrity of the body and its contours and such as best as possible. There's the look on it from a different angle. I've got the overhead light on here in my main part of my sitting area to also provide additional light. So basically, wipe on poly. You put it on. You wait about 4 hours. Then you can do another wipe on of wipe on poly. It's a very fine applied by hand cloth finish. As you can see here, I have some nice new fresh cloths as well to go with it. So it takes probably about 4 hours. On the can, it suggests about 3 coats. And with how good this top coat actually almost looks by itself, I'm almost tempted to not try to do another, but I want some protective finish. And I think I'm probably going to try to do at least another 2-3 coats. Then the good thing about the wipe-on poly is there's little to no cure time with it compared to, say, the antique oil. And then I'll start assembling everything back together. I was contemplating getting a new bridge and new tuners, but I think that's going to be an afterthought for now. I think I'm just going to try to use the main hardware and put it back together, get the electronics in it, and just go from there. All right, so here's the update on the Schecter Omen 6 refinish. Catch us later. And I'll just throw in this additional bonus footage for anyone wanting to see without the Nexus 4's LED light on, how the body looks in more natural light. And the neck itself. There we go.